So what's the difference between a vanity press and self-publishing services? Are you a scam? Today we're going to cover these basic differences and general things to avoid for first-time authors. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm MK Williams. I'm an author and independent publisher. I love sharing my insights about all things self-publishing with you. Before I get into the details about today's topic, don't forget to subscribe. You'll be notified when I put out new videos every week about self-publishing and making a career out of being an author. Before I dive into what vanity presses are, I'm going to quickly remind everyone about what a traditional publisher does, what a self-publisher does, and that there are a lot of gray areas in the middle. In traditional publishing, an author sells the rights to their book to a large publishing house. They usually get an advance and royalties on sales of the book. The traditional publisher fronts the cost for editing, design, offset printing, some marketing and publicity, and they tend to pick books that they think will sell well so that they can not only earn back the investment, but will continue to earn money on each sale. Self-publishers do all the editing, design, printing, distribution, marketing, publicity themselves. They can outsource some of these parts of the process, but they front the bill and they reap all the financial benefits down the line. In the middle, between giving full right and control over to a traditional publishing house and doing it all yourself, are a lot of services out there for aspiring authors. Independent publishing houses are smaller and do the same things that a traditional publishing house does, but they operate on a smaller budget, and sometimes they work directly with an author, not an agent. It really depends on the independent publishing house. In this case, they may still provide an advance to the author and then a royalty split. Some may just do a royalty split, but then the author doesn't pay anything up front, and usually the royalty split is a bit higher if there's no advance. So that's about independent publishers. They're like over here on the spectrum, where traditional is over here. Then there are those closer to the self-publishing side who act as project managers or coaches. That's what I do. So I work with those who want to self-publish and retain full control of their work and reap all the financial benefit, but simply just don't have the time or bandwidth to learn all the details involved and make all the decisions required to get their book across the finish line. These project managers and coaches usually charge a fee, either one lump sum or an hourly rate to get it all done. Think of them as the ghost publisher to the ghost writer. They're doing the work behind the scenes, but the author still retains ultimate control and will reap the financial rewards. No rights are signed over. Then there are vanity presses. They get a bad name, and for good reason. People who want to publish their book are dreamers, right? They have this vision and this lofty goal. Vanity presses prey on that. They charge authors a large fee to sign over the exclusive right to distribute their work. So see, already we're taking the worst part of both sides here. Usually these contracts come with a defined amount of printed books. They may provide some additional services to the author, they may not. They are pretty much just a print house, but they are asking to own the rights to the book. If you want somebody to print a bunch of copies of your book, you can go to an offset printer and get an order done and probably pay less and still have control of your book. I've talked with aspiring authors and prospective clients who tell me that they have offers from publishing houses. When I ask for a few details, because at this point I'm excited for them, and hear that they've been asked to pay money, I tell them to run for the hills. Do not pass go, do not send them your manuscript or your money, just run. So for you as an aspiring author, what should you look for? Well, it depends on what you want. If you want to be a traditionally published author, put your efforts into writing a great book and then a great pitch and finding the right agent. Alexa Dunn has done a lot of great videos about how to query, red flags with agents, and much more on this topic, so I'll link to her channel below. If you want to self-publish, start doing research. There are lots of decisions to make, and you will inevitably have moments where you are less than inspired to write. Use that time to do your research. If you're planning to self-publish and realize that you're overwhelmed or that you need help, this is where you want to ask around. Have your guard up for negative actors in the space like a vanity press. There are great people out there who charge reasonable rates for coaching or formatting and just handling all the back-end work. Get to know that person before you send anything over. I always prefer to work with a client who asks me more questions than not, because it shows that they're taking this seriously and that they're just as committed to the success of the book as I am. So have you decided what your route for publication will be? Are you currently weighing your options and think that you might be dealing with a vanity press? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments, but obviously no bashing of any companies or individuals. I will take those comments down because they will be libelous. I am also going to link in below to a video that I writerly recently posted, really detailing all the red flags to look for in a vanity press. So super helpful. Check that out. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you can be here every week as I release new videos. Now you can get back to writing your book.